friends, welcome back to Three Barrow Farm and to this very, very blistering cold day. I have a bowl full of bananas and these bananas need to be cooked up, so I'm going to be making a few things today and I thought I'd take you along with me, seeing as though it's raining and windy and cold outside and I can't bring myself to go and garden out there, especially since I've been unwell. So I've got quite a few bananas. I'm planning on making some muesli bar slices with some of the bananas. I'm also going to perhaps make some banana muffins or something that I can freeze. I've got some strawberries that need using as well, so I'm going to see if there's any recipes for using bananas and strawberries together. I'm going to be using my Thermomix for all of these recipes pretty much. I will share the ingredients though down below in the description, and I will add any recipes from online that I find that may be of interest or that I use as well. First things first, I'm just cleaning my space up, and then I've got to give two of my Thermomix bowls a bit of a wipe down because I made a waffle batter with one of them, and the other one I think that one's clean, so that's okay. And did I mention that I was going to make a smoothie as well? I will be making a smoothie as well. So there are three things that I want to make today. I will be having a look on the Cookie Do app that has all these recipes, and I'll also have a little gander at a few websites that have some Thermomix recipes. They can definitely be done in a blender or something else that is sort of the equivalent of a Thermomix, probably a food processor more than a blender, I'd say. Yeah, so let's do some baking, and I've got the fire on behind me. It's warming my back right now. I can't wait for the weather to warm up a bit and I can start using the electric oven a bit more, but also give this wood stove a good clean. It really needs a very good clean, but because it's been so cold, we just have it going all the time, and I never get around to, I give it a wipe down every day, but it needs a good scrub. Now, one thing I like to do with my Thermomixes is, or with the bowls, is sort of plan out the recipes so that I don't have to clean in between so much. So if I'm making a smoothie, I can do some of the baking things after doing the smoothie, as long as I have all my dry goods blended already, like if I need to make any flours or anything like that, because I need to do that obviously in a dry bowl. But yeah, it's just a handy way of sort of doing things. I'm a bit of a thrifty kitchen cooker. I like to use as little as I can and make as little mess as I can and clean up as I go. I don't like to make a lot of mess and use a lot of things, so I find ways to get around that. So we will be making the smoothie first, and then I might do another, I just had a thought of making another batch of waffle batter, and then I can leave it in the fridge for tomorrow morning. That will be really handy for the kids to have in the morning, and it's just easy because I use bananas in the waffle batter, so that is another way of using up the bananas. All right, I'm going to have a look at some recipes and pop them into today's cooking so it's easy for me to do on my TM6. All right, so I'm going to do a protein shake, and that's going to have raw almonds in it. It's going to have flax seeds, sunflower seeds, An egg is optional. We don't have any eggs at the moment because I used most of them. Oh, that's another thing. I don't have any eggs. We're going to have to go out to the chickens and check if there's any eggs out there. This has got honey and water and a milk of choice. I will be putting almond milk in and bananas and frozen raspberries. Instead of raspberries, I'm going to be putting in these strawberries that need to be used up. All right, so I found a recipe for some easy banana muffins. So it's a pretty easy, simple recipe. It has unsalted butter. It has ripe bananas in it, 1 egg. It has vanilla extract, raw sugar. I'm going to use coconut sugar. It's got plain flour. I'm going to be using my gluten-free plain flour mix, and it's got baking powder and bicarbonate of soda. So it's got all of those things in it. Pretty easy. Put the wet stuff together first, put the dry stuff together, and then add them together in the end. It's fairly simple in the Thermomix because you can pretty much put everything in together and it mixes quite easily. Then I have my waffle recipe, which I add oats. So we buzz up the oats to make a flour. So that's the flour component of the waffles. And then we add a milk. So it says buttermilk, but I just add almond milk, or goat's milk is what we have at the moment. It's got bananas. It's got nuts in it. So you could add some nuts into it. My kids don't like it with the nuts, so I don't add the nuts in. It has dark brown sugar in it. I do not add the brown sugar. I don't add sugar into pancake mix or waffle mix. What is the point? It just becomes so very sweet when you're adding maple syrup or honey on top, and fruit as well. This recipe has 2 eggs in it. The batch I made this morning, I did with 1 egg, and I just added extra baking powder. So it's also got cinnamon in it, baking powder and baking soda, which is the bicarbonate of soda, salt, vanilla extract, and maple syrup and berries to top the waffles with. So that's the waffle recipe. And then we have the banana and oatmeal energy bars. I'll show you the photo. That's what it looks like. So for these ones, they have pitted dates, walnuts, rolled oats, desiccated coconut, bananas, salt, and cinnamon. So they're pretty easy ingredients. I'm going to whip these all up and we'll see how they go. And I don't need to use any eggs for that muesli slice one. So that's really great. I might get one of my kids to go out and check on the chickens. Actually, today is Wednesday, so it is my day to do the chickens. I'll have to rug up and go out there and get some eggs then. I love using these Fowler's jars, so they're number 27 for all our smoothies. And then it can just sit in the fridge. There we go, the lid's on. So that is ready for consuming. It's going to sit in the fridge and you can just stir it up to mix it again if needed. But there's a smoothie ready for whoever needs it whenever they do. There's a tiny bit left in the bottom, so I'm just going to pour that out into a glass and have it myself. Okay, cheers. Let's see how it tastes. It's really nice, and because the strawberries that I used, I defrosted them before I put them in. It's not too cold because I don't like cold things. Now I put in a lot more of the strawberries in that recipe. If anyone has a Thermomix and is watching, that recipe was the protein shake. So yeah, I adjust it as needed, and I added water into it instead of ice. I think adding the ice into some smoothies, depending on what is in them, it helps break them down. So sometimes you might have to use some ice cubes in your smoothie recipes in the Thermomix, but I've found that substituting room temperature water works well for me because I don't want to have things that are really cold. Okay, so in this dirty bowl, I am going to make the waffle mix and then I'm going to make the muffin mix. But first, I need to go out and get the eggs. So I'm going to go and check on the chickens. I won't take you with me, sadly, because it's just horrible out there and I don't want to take this nice camera out into the rain. Okay, I'll be back soon. Okay, I have 2 eggs. Actually have more than 2 eggs because there were 5 eggs out there, but I think I only need 2. Let's make the waffle batter. Okay, so I'm supposed to whiz the oats first, and as you can see, some of them are stuck to the lid and the sides, but that's okay because we end up putting more whole oats in this recipe anyway, so I think it'll be fine. All right, here's all the ingredients. I ended up putting 2 eggs into the batter just because we do have the eggs. So there's baking powder, some more oats in there, some milk, the bananas, and some cinnamon in there as well. Let's whiz it all up. Okay, here's the batter. So I'm going to pop this in a container and then we will have it for breakfast tomorrow. I've recently purchased a few packs of different muffin papers, and they keep sticking to the batter like after you've baked the muffins, so they were no good. But I gave these ones a go last week and they work perfectly, so I'm definitely going to continue to buy these. It would be great if I could buy some that aren't packaged in plastic though, but I'm using these because it makes it easier to take them out of the trays and then to freeze them. I know there's other things that you can use like silicone muffin trays, but silicone burns up pretty hot in our wood fire oven and the silicone ends up wearing out and cracking, so I'd rather use these for now, and yeah, I'll keep searching for one that isn't in a plastic case. Okay, I have made 1.5 dozen muffins ready to put in the oven. All right, now for the very last recipe, and I am going to be baking it in this tray here, so I'm probably just going to grease it rather than use any baking paper. And I've done this one before. It's pretty simple. Just chuck all the ingredients in and whiz it all up and then pop it into here and bake it. I don't know how long you bake it for, but yeah, it's a pretty easy one to make. So I've chopped up all of the dates. Now to add the walnuts in, and oats now, and desiccated coconut. And now to add 2 bananas into the mix and some salt and cinnamon. All right, there's the mix in there. So I'm just going to pop it out onto this tray that I've popped butter on to grease it. So it says to score the top with a knife, and that's where I'm going to cut them after it's cooked. And there we go. I'm going to pop it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 180 degrees. And here's the muffins. Yep, these look good, but the ones on the bottom need a little bit longer. thank you very much for following along with this little baking session with me in my kitchen here on this very windy day. I hope you are all very well, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye for now.